Our next speaker, I recognize the member from Todd, Representative Mike Wiener.
So I guess it shows to show up. It's good to show up late. You get called on right away, huh? Thank you, and I apologize. 4 years ago, got elected, and had no idea what this journey would look like. It's been educational, to say the least. And believe it or not, when we spent long hours on the floor here and in committee, I have learned from everyone. I've listened to the speeches. I've paid attention. Because we don't just represent our area, we represent the whole state. And although there is this divide in our state and our country right now, it can be better. It can be improved. So thank you for the education. I appreciate it. I'm not leaving politics, I'm just leaving this chamber. Thank you, Pat Murphy. You have been, I love the words of wisdom and I love the history. Bringing school kids into this chamber and having him light up when they're in here. When I say there's love of country and love of state, see, I was born in 1976. That was the bicentennial year. Family birthdays, or my birthdays and Christmases. My grandparents would give me a bicentennial quarter. 1976, and 200 years after our country started. So I always felt patriotic. And now this year, in our 250th anniversary, I hope we bring that back. Because right now, our country, and even in our state here, there's a division. And that division, I think, is fed by something that George Washington warned us about in his farewell address. Very clearly. He talked about political factions, basically political parties. He said those factions would cause representatives, would cause elected officials to put the party before the interests of the people. He warned us that when that started happening, we would see animosity, we would see division, we would see the eye for an eye mentality that comes up, and then we'd also see corruption. And here we are, in a country so fractured that instead of peaceful dialogue, protests are what takes place. I never wanted to be part of that. I never wanted to be part of that yelling at people. It bothers me to see or have my kids see this in this chamber. I mean, all of us can get excited, all of us can get upset. But I think we can do better. I hope we can do better. I pray that we can do better. Somebody said something the other day about how people are watching. People watch everything that we do and say. And future generations are going to be listening, just like I listened to or read George Washington's farewell address and thought this is important. His words 230 years later, if I recall correctly, should be a warning for all of us. So what do we do moving forward? The eye for an eye does not work. It will not work. There was a gentleman I knew in my early life that said an eye for an eye leaves both men blind. So as I said, I hope moving forward that this state, our country, can come together, at least in this 250th anniversary of our great nation, and bring the love of the country back. Instead of the division, instead of the animosity, instead of the hatred. Because future generations, like I said, are watching. They're watching everything we do. And we will be analyzed in the pages of history on what we did and what we said. So when I move forward into the Senate, and I will be moving forward into the Senate, I look forward to bringing a calmer voice, because I have to set the example for that little one right there. And we all do. So thank you for the lessons in this chamber. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for learning. I hope I had an impact on you as well. And I will look back on these 4 years with happy memories, because I don't think it pays to focus on the negative. We can go through our lives, and there's a little tidbit of human nature. We can find 10 negative things about anything, but it's usually hard to say 3 positive things about something. We've got to start looking for the positive. Our country needs it right now, and they're looking to us. So, to everyone here who has influenced me in one way or another, thank you. I truly mean that. Some good, some bad. Sorry, Jim Nash. It was going pretty good up until that part of the speech, right? That was actually important, because a little bit of humor can bring us together. Doesn't always have to be serious. Sorry to be the butt of the joke. One of the things that I would love to see changed, because we can't just complain about stuff, we have to have solutions. Massive omnibus bills, and thank you. We saw so many more single subject bills this year. That was great. The institution has to be solidified, has to be focused, and we congest the system with too much. This is not the way this was set up to be. Term limits. I believe personally that we already have term limits in place, and that's the voters. But that also means that we have to understand, just like George Washington did, when he served 2 terms, he said, I'm done. And it's time for somebody else to step into these roles. This should not be a career. This should be service to the people. Because as things change, new voices come up. And we can't stifle them because of a career or because of the next election cycle gets me closer to retirement. It's not what this is for. We work for the people. Every decision we make should be for the people. So, with that being said, thank you. And one other small issue. Wiener is W-I-E. Happens all the time. I won't hold it against you. Thank you very much. I have loved this experience, and I look forward to visiting from the Senate. Thank you.